What if this very moment, right now, as your eyes meet these words, was preordained by the creator of the universe? What if every storm you've weathered, every tear you've cried, every delay you've endured wasn't a setback, but a setup for this exact moment? There are no coincidences here. You were not drawn to this message by accident. Heaven has been tracking your journey, watching as you wrestled with silence, endured disappointment, and questioned if your prayers even mattered. But now you've arrived at the crossroads, and God is asking you one question. Will you take the final step, or will you let your destiny pass you by? Let's subscribe, like this video, and stay with me until the end of this message, and you will understand why you were led here. This is your moment. Act 1. The Crossroads of Destiny. Divine appointments don't wait. Throughout Scripture, we see moments that altered the course of history, pivotal encounters where ordinary men and women faced extraordinary decisions. These weren't random events. They were divine appointments, wrapped in urgency, saturated with purpose, and aligned perfectly in God's timing. Moses stood at the edge of the Red Sea, Pharaoh's army thundering behind him, and an impossible wall of water in front. Yet in that pressure-filled moment, he lifted his staff and God moved. Esther, a Jewish orphan turned queen, found herself positioned in a palace not for luxury, but for legacy. She risked her life to stand before the king and save her people, believing, perhaps I was born for such a time as this. David, young and unarmored, stepped onto a battlefield where seasoned warriors shrank in fear. Armed with nothing but a sling and unwavering faith, he confronted a giant and won a nation's victory. Now, chosen one, it's your moment. This very hour right now is not just another tick on the clock. It is sacred. You are standing at your own divine crossroads, where your obedience will determine the unfolding of promises heaven has prepared just for you. You may have felt the resistance lately, that subtle voice urging you to walk away, the distractions that seem to come from nowhere, the unexpected waves of discouragement. Because the moment a child of God begins to wake up to their identity and purpose, darkness trembles. The enemy doesn't fight what he isn't afraid of. He fights what he fears will change everything. This is that moment where heaven holds its breath, watching to see if you will rise, and where hell scrambles, terrified that you finally will. You're not waiting on God. He's already moved. The door is open, but it won't remain open forever. You see, the most dangerous decision isn't outright rebellion. It's subtle hesitation. God's timing is not static. His invitations are sacred and often seasonal. What you delay today might not be available tomorrow. This is not the time to wait and see. This is the time to believe and move. Destiny is not found in comfort. It's found at the crossroads, where fear and faith collide, and your decision determines everything. God has brought you here now, and heaven is watching. Act 2. The Price of Delay. A warning from the wilderness. There is a sobering story in Scripture, a story not of failure through rebellion, but of tragedy through hesitation. It's the story of an entire generation of Israelites who stood on the very edge of their destiny. After centuries of slavery and years of wandering, they reached the border of the Promised Land. Everything they had prayed for, cried for, longed for was within reach. God said, now. But they said, not yet. They saw giants where they should have seen God's glory. They measured the size of the walls instead of remembering the size of their deliverer. They feared the unknown more than they trusted the one who had split seas and rained manna. And so they turned back. That decision cost them everything. The land that had been promised to them became the inheritance of another generation. They died in the wilderness, not because God wasn't faithful, but because they weren't willing. Let that sink in. The Promised Land wasn't withheld, it was refused. Could that same hesitation be lurking in your own heart today? Will your story echo theirs? A life marked by dreams deferred, promises unclaimed, a calling that was real but never realized? Or will you rise and be counted among those who chose obedience over comfort, courage over caution, faith over fear? This moment is not about playing it safe. It is about stepping into covenant-level obedience. Radical, total, all-in surrender. Jesus once stood on the water and called to Peter, "Come." It wasn't a request for consideration. It was a call to abandon the boat, the place of safety, familiarity, and control. Peter couldn't keep one foot in the boat and the other on the water. He had to let go, fully, completely. Delaying obedience might feel like a small thing, but in the realm of the Spirit, it can cost you your destiny. God's promises are real, but they are not automatic. The promised land must be possessed, and possession requires movement, faith-filled, risk-taking, destiny-defining movement. If you've been waiting for a perfect moment, hear this clearly. The perfect moment will never come. There will always be giants in the land. There will always be reasons to stay in the boat, but there will never be another now. Act 3. Your pain was preparation. Every betrayal you've endured, every heartbreak that left you gasping for air, every door that slammed shut when you were praying for it to open, none of it was meaningless. Not a moment was wasted. Though it may have felt like punishment, it was preparation. Just like Joseph, who was thrown into a pit by his own brothers and forgotten in prison. Just like David, anointed to be king, yet hunted and hidden in caves for years. Just like Paul, whose obedience to Christ landed him in chains and dark cells. They didn't suffer because they were forsaken. They suffered because they were chosen, refined in isolation, strengthened through adversity, prepared for a purpose far greater than their pain. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds. That's not just a poetic verse. That's the perspective of someone who understands that trials are training grounds. Not everything painful is punishment. Sometimes the pit is the path to the palace. Think about it. Look back at the hardest moments of your life, when your soul ached in silence, when you prayed but heard nothing in return. And yet, you survived. You made it through. You're still here. Not because the pain was absent, but because purpose was present. You didn't drown in what tried to break you. You were being shaped by it, molded, strengthened, rooted. There were nights you cried yourself to sleep, mornings you woke up numb, just trying to make it through the day. Days you pleaded with heaven for answers that never seemed to come. But something was happening in the silence. God was building endurance in your spirit, teaching you to walk by faith, not by sight, training you to hear his voice above the noise, preparing your heart to carry the weight of what he's about to release. Because every great calling comes with a season of crushing. The olive must be pressed to release its oil. The grape must be crushed to produce wine. The gold must be refined in fire to shine. So now as you stand at the edge of a new season, ask yourself, will I let all that preparation go to waste? Will I allow the pain of my past to paralyze me now? Or will I rise and step boldly into the very season I was shaped for? You didn't come this far to turn back. You didn't survive the pit to settle for the ground. You are being called higher for such a time as this. This isn't just your comeback. This is your commissioning, and every scar you carry is now your strength. Act 4. Red Sea Moments. The miracle is in the movement. The Israelites stood frozen at the edge of the Red Sea. Behind them, the sound of Pharaoh's army roared louder by the second. Chariots racing, dust rising, fear mounting. In front of them stretched a vast, impassable sea. No bridge, no boat, no way forward. So they cried out, and God answered, but not in the way they expected. He didn't say, pray longer. He didn't say, wait for a sign. He said, tell the people to move forward. The miracle didn't come while they were weeping. The sea didn't part from a distance. It parted when their feet moved. God moves when we do. The Jordan River didn't roll back until the priest's feet touched the water. Heaven doesn't respond to comfort zones, it responds to steps of faith. Too often we wait on God while sitting in fear or indecision. We ask for more confirmation, more peace, more clarity, but God has already spoken, and now he's waiting for movement. You can stand still and sink in fear, or you can take one step, just one, and watch the impossible begin to shift. That step may not look spectacular. It might be a phone call, a decision, a prayer, a confession, a surrender. Faith is found in action. So ask yourself, will you keep standing at the shore, wondering what could be? Or will you move forward and watch the waters part? The next chapter of your destiny is waiting for your next step. Move now, before the moment passes. Decode 5. Exposing the enemy's strategy. The real war is within. The enemy's most dangerous weapon isn't chaos, crisis, or even outright persecution. It's something far more subtle and far more effective. It's paralysis. Satan doesn't always attack with fire and fury. Sometimes he simply whispers just loud enough to stall your next step. You're not ready. You're not good enough. Maybe God meant this for someone else. Those whispers may sound familiar, but don't mistake them for truth. That isn't the voice of God. That's the voice of the accuser, the deceiver, the one who's terrified of you waking up to who you really are in Christ. Because here's what the enemy knows, what he desperately hopes you never discover. You are more powerful than you realize. He knows your wounds, your insecurities, your fears. He knows exactly where to press to keep you from stepping forward. Not because you're weak, but because you're dangerous to his kingdom. Greater is he who is in you than he who is in the world. You carry the Spirit of the living God. The same power that raised Jesus from the grave now lives inside of you. And that reality terrifies hell. Because when you step into your authority, chains break. When you believe what God says about you, strongholds crumble. When you stop listening to fear and start moving in faith, heaven advances on earth. But here's the condition. You must refuse to surrender to the voice within. It's not just about resisting the devil. It's about recognizing that the battle begins in your thoughts. Every lie you entertain is a seed planted to delay your destiny. It's time to evict those lies. Silence the voice that says you're not enough. Stand on the truth that God already called you more than a conqueror. Step into the identity that can't be shaken by your past or defined by your failures. You've listened to the wrong voice long enough. Now it's time to rise. Speak truth over your mind and walk boldly into what God has already declared over your life. This is not the moment to hesitate. This is the moment to fight back. Act 6. Faith like David. Your giant is your gateway. When David stepped onto the battlefield, he didn't come with armor, a sword, or military strategy. He didn't wear what others thought he needed. He came with one thing, faith. Where seasoned soldiers saw a giant too powerful to face, David saw something entirely different, a target too big to miss. Everyone else calculated risk. David recognized the opportunity, because when you know who stands behind you, no giant in front of you can intimidate you. This is the heart of true, fearless faith, not the absence of obstacles, but the boldness to believe in spite of them. David didn't ask God to make the giant disappear. He didn't beg for the problem to shrink. Instead, he stepped forward with what he had and believed it was enough. Your greatest breakthrough often hides behind your biggest battle. That Goliath in your life, the challenge that looms so large, the fear that keeps shouting at you, the obstacle that seems immovable is not there to crush you. It's there to crown you. But you must stop praying for comfort and start asking for courage. Don't ask God to remove the giant. Ask him to anoint your hand to throw the stone. God doesn't require you to be flawless. He isn't looking for perfection. He's looking for someone who will say yes. David's victory didn't come because he had more experience or better resources. It came because he had more trust. So let me ask you, what stone has God already placed in your hand? Maybe it's a story, a skill, a testimony, a relationship, a word of encouragement. Whatever it is, it's enough when wielded in faith. The giant before you is loud, but it's not undefeatable. It's not your enemy's strength that matters. It's your willingness to confront it with what God has given you. This is your moment. Will you cower with the crowd, or will you step onto the field and run toward the fight? Because when you face your giant, you don't just win a battle, you step into your destiny. So pick up your stone and run. Act 7, final step. The power is already within you. Too often we wait for a sign from heaven asking God for strength, for clarity, for courage. But the truth is, He's already given it. You're not waiting for power to fall on you from above. It's already been placed within you. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Notice that it doesn't say God will give you power. It says He has given it. Past tense. Completed, settled. The strength you're asking for in prayer, it's already alive in you, waiting to be activated by faith. Like Joshua standing before Jericho, we hold promises in our hands while the walls in front of us remain. Not because God hasn't given the city, but because we haven't yet walked in the authority He already granted. You see, heaven isn't holding back. God's not delaying you. What if the delay is in your own refusal to walk in what's already yours? The enemy wants to convince you that you're weak, unqualified, or unworthy. But that's a lie. You're already equipped, already empowered, already chosen. So the question becomes this: will you keep begging God for what He's already deposited in your spirit? Or will you rise today, shake off fear, and finally use it? Because your breakthrough isn't waiting on another prayer. It's waiting on your bold obedience to what's already been given. The power is within you. Now walk like it. Act 8. Your destiny is waiting. God is not waiting on your perfection. He is waiting on your participation. He's not asking for flawless execution. He's asking for faithful obedience. You've circled this mountain long enough. You've replayed the doubts, delayed the dreams, and postponed the calling. Now it's time to move forward. Go north, live boldly, walk in divine power, and watch the supernatural unfold as you step into the fullness of your purpose. This is not about striving harder. It's about trusting deeper. It's not about someday, it's about today. So right where you are, I invite you to stand, physically, spiritually, and emotionally, and declare this aloud. I walk by faith, not by fear. I am chosen, called, and equipped. I step forward into my divine assignment, and I will not turn back. Say it again, louder this time, until both heaven and hell take notice. Because this decision is more than personal. Like Esther, your obedience echoes through generations. The legacy you leave will either be one of fear and hesitation, or one of courageous, history-shifting faith. The door's open. The invitation has been extended. God has done His part. Now it's your turn. Thank you for watching and walking this journey with us. If this message stirred something in your spirit, don't leave without subscribing. Click the bell so you never miss what heaven has next for you, and share this word with someone who needs to hear it. Your destiny is calling, and it starts now. Have you ever wondered if your blood type could be more than just a biological marker? Perhaps a key to unlocking the spiritual secrets of our ancestors and our place in the universe? Throughout history, many civilizations have believed that blood carries more than just life. It carries energy, wisdom, and even the echoes of distant stars. What if your blood type connects you to an ancient civilization, a lost kingdom, or even celestial origins beyond Earth? This journey will take you deep into the unseen realms of your heritage, revealing how your blood type may be the bridge between the physical and spiritual world. From the mystical lands of Atlantis and Lemuria to the celestial knowledge of the Pleiades and Sirius, your blood type might hold clues to your past and your soul's mission in this lifetime. Let's explore these fascinating connections and uncover what your blood type reveals about your cosmic origins. Blood type O, the keepers of ancient wisdom. Across the vast expanse of time, echoes of ancient civilizations still whisper through the ages, carried not in the wind, but within the very lifeblood of those who walk the earth today. If you have blood type O, you may be one of the few who bear the imprints of these lost worlds. The wisdom of Atlantis, the spiritual mastery of Lemuria, and the sacred knowledge of ancient Egypt. Your existence is a bridge between past and present, your soul deeply intertwined with the mysteries of civilizations that once flourished in divine harmony with the cosmos. Throughout history, many spiritual seekers, mystics, and visionaries have been believed to share this blood type, not by mere coincidence, but as part of a greater cosmic design. Type O individuals possess an innate sensitivity to energies and vibrations, an ability to perceive beyond the veil of ordinary reality. Their intuition is heightened, often manifesting as gut feelings, prophetic dreams, or an uncanny sense of knowing things without being told. This deep-rooted connection to the unseen makes them natural healers, empaths, and spiritual guides, souls who have returned lifetime after lifetime to share the ancient truths hidden within their DNA. If you are of blood type O, your spiritual awakening is not something you must seek externally. Rather, it is already within you, waiting to be activated. To harness your full potential, grounding yourself in the energy of the earth is essential. Walking barefoot on the grass, meditating near trees, or simply sitting in silence amidst nature allows you to reconnect with the very forces that once empowered the great civilizations of the past. The earth holds a stabilizing force, balancing the immense sensitivity that often accompanies your psychic abilities. Equally important is the activation of your third eye chakra, the center of intuition and higher consciousness. Deep meditation focused on this energy center, located between your eyebrows, allows you to access the wisdom encoded in your soul. As you quiet your mind and tune into this space, you may begin to receive visions, symbols, or even messages from guides beyond the physical realm. Whispers of Atlantis, teachings from Egyptian priests, or the flowing energy of Lemurian healers. These experiences are not mere imagination, but remnants of a knowledge that is far older than recorded history. Visualization is another powerful tool for awakening your latent abilities. By mentally transporting yourself to the lost cities of Atlantis, standing before the Great Pyramids, or feeling the pulsating energy of sacred temples, you activate the dormant memories embedded in your spiritual DNA. These journeys are not just fantasy, they are a form of soul retrieval, calling back wisdom and experiences from lifetimes you may not consciously remember. With each visualization, you strengthen your connection to these forgotten civilizations, allowing their knowledge to flow through you once more. Above all, trust in your intuition. The world may often dismiss the unseen as coincidence or imagination, but you know better. Your instincts, emotions, and inner guidance are not random. They are a direct link to the wisdom of your ancestors. By listening to this inner voice, you step into your true role as a guardian of ancient knowledge, a keeper of spiritual truths long forgotten by the modern world. Your path is one of great responsibility, but also of immense purpose. As you awaken to your cosmic heritage, you not only uncover the mysteries of your own existence, but also illuminate the way for others. By embracing your gifts, you bridge the mystical past with a tangible present, ensuring that the sacred wisdom of the ancients will never be lost. Blood type A, the star-born seekers of Pleiades. There is a quiet longing in the hearts of those with blood type A, a yearning that cannot be explained by earthly origins alone. If you belong to this bloodline, you may have always felt different, as if your soul remembers something beyond this world. This is because, according to ancient spiritual traditions, those with blood type A are believed to have a celestial lineage that traces back to the Pleiades, the dazzling star cluster known in mythology as the home of enlightened beings. This deep connection to the cosmos manifests in an insatiable curiosity about the universe, a pull toward ancient myths, and an unshakable sense that there is more to existence than what meets the eye. Your spiritual essence resonates with the wisdom of the Druids, the mysteries of Norse mythology, and the sacred teachings of nature-based traditions. You are a seeker, one who feels an innate drive to explore, understand, and uncover truths hidden beneath the surface. Perhaps you have always been drawn to ancient texts, fascinated by sacred symbols, or mesmerized by the night sky. These are not mere coincidences. They are echoes of your starry heritage, calling you to remember who you are. To awaken your celestial potential, your journey must involve both inner and outer exploration. One of the most powerful ways to activate your soul's memories is through sacred pilgrimage. Visiting ancient sites like Stonehenge, Machu Picchu, or the quiet groves of old forests can stir something deep within you, unlocking energies that have long lain dormant. These places, rich with history and spiritual significance, act as portals, doorways through which you can access the wisdom of your ancestors and the starry realms that seeded your existence. Beyond physical journeys, your spiritual activation also requires connection to the celestial realm. Starlight meditation is one of the most effective ways to attune yourself to your cosmic origins. Sitting beneath the vast expanse of the night sky, allow yourself to feel the energy of the stars, especially the Pleiades, flowing into your being. Visualize their radiant light streaming down, filling you with knowledge, guidance, and ancient insight. This practice not only deepens your intuitive abilities, but also strengthens your bond with the divine forces that have guided you across lifetimes. Your soul speaks a language that is not confined to words alone. It expresses itself through art, music, and storytelling. Mediums that allow the wisdom of your cosmic ancestors to flow through you. Whether through painting, writing, composing music, or any form of creative expression, you can tap into messages that transcend time and space. These creations are not merely artistic works. They are coded transmissions, carrying the energy and wisdom of your starborn lineage. However, being deeply connected to higher realms also means heightened sensitivity. As an empathic soul, you may often feel overwhelmed by the emotions of others or the chaotic energy of the modern world. This is why grounding is essential. Spending time in nature, practicing breath work, or simply maintaining a peaceful, harmonious environment can help you navigate this delicate balance between the physical and spiritual worlds. By protecting your energy and honoring your need for solitude, you allow yourself to stay aligned with your true purpose. By embracing this path, you step into your role as a luminary, one who not only seeks truth, but also illuminates it for others. As you deepen your connection to the stars, you become a bridge between the cosmic and the earthly, a guiding light for those who are ready to remember their own celestial origins. In walking this journey with intention and reverence, you fulfill the destiny woven into your very being, the destiny of a starborn seeker. Blood type B, the mystics of Sirius. For those with blood type B, there is an undeniable pull toward the mystical, a deep yearning to uncover the hidden wisdom of the universe. This is no coincidence, as many believe that individuals with this blood type are connected to Sirius, the brilliant star system that has been venerated by ancient cultures as a source of divine knowledge and enlightenment. From the Dogon tribe of Africa, who held an inexplicably advanced understanding of Sirius's celestial movements, to the Egyptians, who associated it with their gods, and the Mayans, who called it the Star of Wisdom, this celestial body has long been recognized as a beacon of higher consciousness. If you have blood type B, your soul is intricately linked to this cosmic heritage, carrying within it the energy of the Sirius system and the teachings of those who once walked the earth in harmony with its wisdom. As a mystic and healer, you are naturally attuned to the unseen forces that flow through all things. Your presence alone often brings comfort and peace to those around you, as if you emanate an energy that soothes and restores balance. People may be drawn to you without knowing why, instinctively sensing your ability to hold space for healing and transformation. Your path is one of deep spiritual exploration, where you are called to uncover ancient knowledge, practice the healing arts, and bridge the gap between the physical and spiritual worlds. To fully step into your cosmic role, it is essential to awaken and activate your heart chakra. This energy center, located at the middle of the chest, is the gateway to unconditional love, compassion, and divine wisdom. Meditation focused on this chakra can help you deepen your connection to the Sirius system and allow the loving frequencies of that star to flow through you. Visualizing a radiant green or pink light expanding from your heart can enhance your ability to give and receive energy, strengthening your natural gifts of empathy and healing. Beyond meditation, you may feel a strong calling toward energy healing practices, modalities that allow you to channel, balance, and restore energy in others. Whether through Reiki, crystal healing, sound therapy, or other alternative healing techniques, your hands and spirit possess a unique ability to facilitate deep transformation. Working with these healing methods will not only amplify your spiritual power, but also help you fulfill your role as a guardian of harmony in a chaotic world. Your spiritual connection is also deeply rooted in nature. Unlike those who seek wisdom solely from books or teachings, you find truth in the rhythm of the natural world. Being near forests, rivers, mountains, or the ocean allows you to recharge and attune yourself to the energy that flows through all living things. The trees whisper ancient secrets, the waves sing cosmic lullabies, and the wind carries messages from the stars. By immersing yourself in these sacred spaces, you unlock a deeper understanding of the universe and your place within it. However, as someone with heightened sensitivity, protecting your energy is just as important as sharing your gifts. You are naturally receptive to the emotions and vibrations of those around you, which can sometimes leave you feeling drained or overwhelmed. Setting energetic boundaries through grounding exercises, protective visualization techniques, or even simply taking time for solitude is crucial in maintaining your balance. Just as a healer must care for themselves before they can care for others, you must safeguard your own energy so that you can continue to uplift those who seek your light. By embracing these practices, you align yourself with the divine wisdom of Sirius, walking the path of the mystic with grace and purpose. You are not just a seeker of knowledge, but a transmitter of celestial truths, a healer who brings light where there is darkness, and a guardian of energies that extend beyond time and space. In honoring your cosmic legacy, you fulfill your destiny as a bridge between worlds, guiding others toward healing, harmony, and the infinite wisdom of the stars. Blood type AB, the divine alchemists. Among all blood types, AB is the rarest and most enigmatic, embodying a fusion of energies that sets its bearers apart from the rest of humanity. If you have blood type AB, you are not easily defined by conventional categories. You exist between worlds, both mystical and material, light and shadow, intuition and logic. Your soul is a bridge between opposites, uniquely positioned to weave together energies that others perceive as separate. While this dual nature can sometimes make you feel like an outsider, it is also your greatest gift, for you are meant to unify, to reconcile, and to reveal the deep interconnectedness of all things. Your spiritual journey is one of duality and balance, requiring you to embrace both the tangible and the ethereal aspects of existence. You have the ability to see the unseen, to understand multiple perspectives, and to hold space for paradoxes that others struggle to reconcile. This makes you a natural mediator, a healer of divisions, and an alchemist of energy. However, this path also demands that you cultivate inner harmony, for without balance, the pull of opposing forces can leave you feeling torn between extremes. To fully awaken your divine alchemical potential, you must first explore the practice of non-duality meditation. The universe does not function in rigid binaries of good and evil, light and dark. It flows through an intricate dance of interwoven energies. By meditating on the interconnectedness of all things, you can transcend limiting perceptions and access a higher state of awareness. Imagine yourself dissolving into pure energy, merging with the cosmos and understanding that every force, whether perceived as positive or negative, has its purpose in the grand design. As an individual who walks between worlds, you are also a deeply sensitive empath. You feel the emotions of others intensely, often absorbing their pain, joys, and struggles as if they were your own. This emotional depth allows you to offer profound understanding and comfort, but it also requires you to develop strong self-protection techniques. Without proper boundaries, your energy can become overwhelmed by external forces, leading to exhaustion or emotional turbulence. Learning to balance empathy with self-preservation is a crucial part of your spiritual mastery, one that allows you to serve as a guide without losing yourself in the process. Another defining trait of those with blood type AB is their visionary insight. You have a natural ability to see beyond the surface of reality, detecting patterns, energies, and truths that others overlook. This makes you an exceptional mentor, someone who can help others navigate their own spiritual paths with wisdom and clarity. Whether through teaching, counseling, or simply offering a fresh perspective, your presence has the power to illuminate hidden possibilities and guide others toward a deeper understanding of themselves and the universe. But perhaps the most profound aspect of your soul's mission is alchemy and transformation, the ability to blend and harmonize seemingly opposing energies to create something entirely new. Throughout history, alchemists sought to transmute base metals into gold. Yet the deeper truth of their work was not material but spiritual, the refinement of the soul into its highest form. You carry the same energy within you, constantly evolving, transforming challenges into wisdom, and reshaping reality in ways that transcend ordinary perception. By embracing this path, you step into your role as a beacon of unity, reminding others that all forces in the universe are interconnected. You show that light cannot exist without shadow, that wisdom arises from both reason and intuition, and that the greatest power lies not in choosing sides, but in harmonizing the whole. In walking this journey with awareness, you fulfill your purpose as a divine alchemist, one who bridges worlds, transforms energies, and reveals the infinite potential that lies in the unity of all things. Or negative blood, the starseeds of the unknown. If you have or negative blood, you may have spent much of your life feeling different, as if you don't entirely belong in this world. There is a reason for this. A deeper truth that many believe connects our negative individuals to something far beyond Earth. Some spiritual traditions suggest that those with this rare blood type are starseeds, souls with origins that trace back to other realms, other dimensions, or even distant celestial civilizations. Unlike those who feel at home in the patterns and structures of this world, you have always sensed that reality is far more mysterious than what is commonly accepted. You are drawn to the unexplained, the mystical, and the forbidden, compelled to seek knowledge that lies beyond the boundaries of conventional understanding. This deep sense of being different is not an accident. It is part of your cosmic blueprint. From an early age, you may have questioned everything: societal norms, history, religion, and even the very fabric of existence. You have an intuitive sense that there is more to reality than what is taught, and this restless curiosity propels you toward the hidden truths of the universe. Unlike many who accept what they are told without question, you seek answers in ancient texts, esoteric teachings, and spiritual philosophies that others might dismiss as strange or impractical. To embrace your cosmic role, you must first explore the paranormal and the unknown without fear. Your attraction to lost civilizations, secret societies, extraterrestrial theories, and mystical practices is not a mere coincidence. It is an encoded part of your soul's mission. Whether through studying sacred geometry, ancient prophecy, or quantum metaphysics, you are meant to uncover the deeper workings of the universe and challenge the mainstream narratives of reality. Developing your intuition is also essential. You are naturally gifted with an inner knowing that transcends logic. But to fully unlock this gift, you must cultivate it. Meditation, dream work, and divination practices, such as tarot, astrology, or scrying, can help you access the hidden layers of consciousness where ancient knowledge resides. Pay attention to synchronicities and subtle signs from the universe. They are guiding you toward greater awareness. Perhaps one of the greatest challenges for Arch-negative individuals is the feeling of isolation, a sense of standing apart from the world, as if your energy doesn't fully align with those around you. But this uniqueness is not a flaw. It is your strength. Instead of trying to conform or suppress your differences, recognize that you were never meant to walk the same path as others. You are here to forge a new one, to break away from outdated paradigms and introduce perspectives that others might not yet be ready to accept. Your purpose may not fit neatly into the expectations of society, but that is because you are a trailblazer, someone who illuminates hidden truths, expands human consciousness, and brings forward knowledge that challenges and transforms the world. By embracing your journey with confidence, you step fully into your starseed legacy, paving the way for others who are just beginning to awaken to the vast, mysterious reality beyond the known. Your blood type is more than just a classification. It is a gateway to understanding your soul's origins, your unique spiritual gifts, and your purpose in this vast universe. As you embrace your lineage, remember, the mysteries of your blood are waiting to be discovered, and within you lies the power to unlock the ancient wisdom of the cosmos. Now we turn to you. Have you ever felt a connection between your blood type and your spiritual path? Let's subscribe and share your journey, and let's explore these cosmic mysteries together.